Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry, and in tonight's video newsletter, I wanted to start off by recapping the video that we did last week. You may remember that I kicked this off by telling you that I've got some names that are a little bit off the beaten path that I wanted to look at with you, but that I thought fit a very nice set of criteria, and that criteria begins with a squeeze. So here in DDOG, we were looking at that compression. We were looking at it, how that was basically filling out a range here, and then working with the idea that squeezes, when they fire, really have this tendency to want to seek out the most important voodoo lines. So I'm combining work that John and David have done to create these study sets that just so happen to work very well together. You can see that from that moment last week where we were discussing this, those are very considerable short-term moves, and you can see why I try to bring your attention to them. So I hope you made some money with that one, but we're going to continue the theme here. I'm going to kind of lay off of the Tesla and Netflixes of the world for just a minute to come over now and look at XOM. So XOM was brought to me during this afternoon's discussion, and I think the biggest story of XOM starts here on the monthly chart, because you can see, getting really taken out back all the way down here into a low at $31, the subsequent recovery, and then what I'm always looking for, and that is these big picture squeezes. So not only do you have that technical signal that I'm looking for from our upside, but you have a pattern that I think very clearly helps define that as well, whether you want to look at it for extensions or just a breakout of that pattern in general. I think the big picture looks quite good. Then you look at the weekly, we've got another squeeze. So we start to enter that nested phase where when one time frame has a signal that fits inside a larger time frame, you can start to assume that the movement may be more significant. And then finally we wind up here on the daily chart. And really on the daily chart, what I think is most interesting is the relationship from the 126.34 down into this swing low. You notice how those are very clear swing points that I think we can all agree on. And then the 1414 extension of that move lands you right at that fire line. So just in the same way how DDOG was consolidating, coiling, and wanted to seek out that target, I think XOM is getting ready to do the same thing, and that's going to be looking like 131. Now, the big catch in this is I do not expect it to be as fast, right? With something like DDOG, that sector can be a little bit more explosive. Also note that this is just a low compression squeeze, so it's the least stringent of the settings. That basically just means that this pattern could fill out for another week, maybe a month if needed, but I think we're going to come back to this in, maybe 2 to 3 months, and we're going to find those upside targets and XOM with a little bit of outperformance. So I hope you find the review helpful. Hope that brings a little bit more edge to your portfolio. You'll have a great night, and I hope to see you in the room tomorrow. Hey traders, this is Henry with simplertrading.com. I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if so, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you would like to also see me putting these ideas into action and trading my own account live in front of you, be sure to sign up at simplertrading.com, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime soon.